Aquarians, welcome to your Pluto Kazemi and Pluto Ingress into Aquarius video. My name is Whitney. This is With Love Always Through. Really quick, just to give you an overview of how this reading will go, we're going to talk a little bit about the astrology. That's how it affects you. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And after we speak about the astrology, I'm going to actually go into the cards just to see what this Pluto Kazemi is closing out for you and what the ingress into Aquarius is bringing in. Now, we will have Pluto retrograde a little back into Capricorn towards the end of this year before it goes into Aquarius for good. I don't own rights to the music in the background. It's Chandra Siba. I love her. Look her up if you don't know about her. So let's talk about what a Kazemi is. A Kazemi is when a planet enters into the heart of the sun, and it is said to purify, strengthen, and illuminate the energies of that planet. So what is the energy of the planet Pluto? Well, it brings forth transformation. It's great for shadow work, diving into the depths of your subconscious mind, releasing trauma and processing heavy baggage. It is about power dynamics. It's about truths being exposed and unveiled. It's about psychic revelations, being really in tune with your intuition. The 29 degrees is a specific and special degree. It is tied to clairvoyance. It is tied to karma. And karma isn't good or bad, right? It's sum total of what we put out into the universe coming back to us. It has to do with our past life also. Okay. Now, on the same day, which is January 20th, that Pluto has this Kazemi at 29 degrees Capricorn. It will also move into the sign of Aquarius. And this will create a 20-year-long shift. So I'm going to look in this reading to see what effects you will already feel. But when I speak about it on the astrology point, I'm just going to tell you what you can look out to changing and evolving in your life for the next 20 years. I know this intro is a little bit long, but it still have you all understand what is happening from an astrological standpoint. So please check it out. And if you're new here, hit subscribe and that like button, please. If you're a return subscriber, welcome back. Okay, Aquarius. So for you, you had this Pluto transit in your 12th house from since 2008. The 12th house has a lot to do with self-sabotage or addictions, our subconscious minds, our intuition, imprisonment, whether that feels figurative or literal, right? From a figurative standpoint, it could just feel like you're in a toxic connection with someone, or you're tied to something that keeps you trapped, maybe like financial entrapment or something to that effect, right? And then it also has to do with our karma. It has to do with past life also, foreign places. Okay, so some of you may have been traveling. You may have went somewhere that felt transformational for you. And then we move into Pluto moving into your first house for 20 years. Now, this is amazing because Aquarius, you're about to be empowered with this Pluto in your first house. Now, I will say that sometimes power struggles doesn't always have to be external. Sometimes the external is a manifestation of the internal. What does that mean? This Pluto speaks to our higher self. It will call to your higher self. And the way it will call to your higher self is by putting you in a space where you feel like you have to evolve and grow, or you don't know how else you're going to get out of something. Like it becomes so unbearable, right? So this is when you'll be triggered a lot. And your triggers are presenting themselves so that you could transmute that energy so it no longer has a hold on you, right? And I was to say too that Capricorn energy, the way it's represented by the devil and the tower, is two people being chained together. And it doesn't always have to be being chained to a person. It could be you're chained to a thing. But again, that's that entrapment energy. All right. Right. So over the next 20 years, you're going to be stepping more into your power. You might be experiencing power struggles between you and others. You will become more in tune with your intuition. Don't shy away from them. You're going to be more in the knowing, okay? Especially if you're a Pluto rising or sorry, Pluto rising now. Especially if you're an Aquarius rising or Aquarius moon, because the moon has to do with intuition, right? This is a fertility transit, a rebirth transit, and it doesn't have to mean that it's a actual person that you're birthing. This could literally mean that you're birthing a new you, or you're birthing a project into being. Okay. All right. I think that's all I have to say about that. Let's get into your cards. All right, Holy Spirit. I had already list the cards, so let's get into it. For Aquarius, please. What is this? Pluto, Cazimi, and Capricorn. Closing out for them on January 20th. And my apologies for any noise interference that you may hear if I haven't already said that. And what is this Pluto ingress into Aquarius bringing this year, please? December 2020, I think it was the 21st. We had Saturn and Jupiter conjunct at 0 degrees Aquarius. I believe it was 0 degrees Aquarius. So you want to check back to that time to see what was happening in your life, because this Pluto ingress activates that 0 degrees point again, okay? The first decans of Aquarius, I would say 0 to 5 degrees, will feel this the most, or if you have any planets that is making any aspects. So 0 to 5 degrees Aquarius. What is this Pluto ingress into Aquarius bringing in for Aquarians this year, please? All right, let's see. Knot of Isis. Knot. The knot makes me feel like a tie. Energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. Okay. This is giving me root chakra energy. Each initiate has their own unique spiritual blueprint with particular skills, talents, and higher destinies unfolding that use their unique attributes. Part of your spiritual blueprint is a special relationship to the energies of the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to her. The initiate will feel as if they're integrating the part of their goddess that is not just in them, but is a part of their own consciousness. And that's what I'm saying with Pluto going into your first house. It will challenge you to rise up to your higher self. So anything that you were entangled with, or any behavior that you were entangled with, that puts you in a space where, you know, there's a frequency spectrum of emotions and where they fall. So if you were tied up with things and people that put you on the lower end of that spectrum, which has to do with shame, pride, guilt, anger, fear, you're going to be triggered to no longer engage in those behaviors, thoughts, patterns, people, because who wants to constantly feel like that, right? So that's what's going to force you to level up, because you're going to say to yourself, I can't continue to live like this. I saw this, and I said, especially if you're an Aquarius moon, the lunar queen, she of the celestial crescent, I said, with Pluto moving into your first house, you're going to be more in touch with your intuition. You're going to have more psychic revelations, okay? Wow, secrets to reveal. And that's what I said Pluto in Aquarius is about. It's about truths being unveiled. Oh, let's read this lunar queen. Work with the moon cycles. It'll be your guide. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstrations. You are asked to allow this replenishment of yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. And perhaps this is what this last bit of, you know, rounds of Pluto going back into Capricorn eventually this year, what is asking of you, even though it's moving into your first house, it's not ready for you to do the work just yet. Okay? Because like I said, it will traverse a little back into your 12th house. And 12th house is the house of rest to some degree. It does rules the 12 or the bedroom. Okay. And things that keeps us in a space where we feel like we're confined and we can't do anything, right? And during that time you should embark upon a rest, because when it moves into your first house, it's gonna really demand more of you. And like I said, that's in 2025 for good. No more retrograding back into Capricorn then, okay? But the secrets revealed. This has to do with like real truths, like actual secrets, not secrets of the universe, but secrets of people, things, and yourself being exposed. So we're gonna see exactly what that is about right now. Let's get some more teams. See what's at the bottom of the deck for this one. True. Wow. Something told me to pick it up. True. And you see there's something reflecting back at her. So you're learning truths about, oh my goodness, new perspective. You're learning truths about yourself. Why is not of Isis here for the Pluto Kazemi for Aquarius, please? The Lunar Queen and Secrets reveal for the ingress into Aquarius, please. 12th house is also about truths, like things that are hidden, because the High Priestess rules that 12th house, that Piscean energy. We do have Saturn in Pisces. So truths, they're coming to light all over the world, in different states, in different by states I mean like celebrity world, the governments, stuff like that, right? And that's another thing. Pluto Kazemi at 29 degrees could see a powerful figure passing away, because Pluto rules that 29 degrees is that finality energy. It could see governments changing, changes in power, structure. It could just see a well-known person passing away. And it could see a lot of truths being exposed to. Okay? We have hard work here. And children, Aquarius. Interesting. So I could be speaking to two different Aquarius, Capricorn got this, so you might want to see, if you have any Capricorn placements, you might want to check out that reading that I posted for them. They had children here, and they got new perspective with children. And because this is the night of the Isis, and it's asking to intertwine with divine feminine, whether you're male or female in gender, this could be asking you to take a more delicate approach with your children, okay? Especially because you are the one to teach and guide them. And then this hard work, I'm getting this energy from another one of my oracle decks that has to do with taking in the feminine approach to things, again, regardless of your gender. That says you shouldn't force things. You should simply allow them to be by being your authentic self, and they will flow to you. And the story that I used was the sun and the wind having a competition to see who could get the man to take off his coat, right? And the wind blew with all its might, forcefully, right? Forcefully blew. And the man just wrapped his jacket tighter around him. And the sun was the sun. He just shone brightly. And the man took off his jacket. He was his authentic self. He didn't force anything, right? So perhaps this is asking you to just align more with your authenticity, okay? And if you have children, take a more delicate approach with them. Now we have health and we have communication. I do feel there are some conversations that are happening here for you, that some truths are gonna come out with this ingress into Aquarius over the next few months. Health, I feel, ties in with this lunar queen energy. You need to be resting at this time. Okay, Aquarius, this is not the time for work for you. Proposal and cycles, and then strength. So yeah, this is definitely a time for rest. I feel like this, like spirit, the proposal energy is like spirit saying, if you take this time right now just to relax, I promise you, in your next season, you're gonna be able to do all this hard work that you want to do. Okay. And then we have life purpose here. So interesting, because I was saying that with the children here, that it's part of your, if you have children, it's part of your purpose to guide them. It's part of your purpose to make them better than you were in every sense of the way. Okay. All right, hardworking children. Nine of Pentacles. Pluto, tell me more. Some of you, this Nine of Pentacles, I immediately got a single parent, or a parent who's a main provider, and you have to balance things out. You know, this Nine of Pentacles in relation to hard work, but also just be somebody who doesn't have children, but they put all their energy into working, that they haven't even thought about having children because they feel like it's gonna slow them down. The World card, yeah, and the Three of Wands. Come on, this is saying rest. This is saying, I'm not gonna lie, for some of you all in this next season, you could expect a child. So this figure is pregnant. This is like waiting energy. This for me with the oval energy just give me in the womb type energy, and the fishes to the top representing fertility. But outside of that, I do feel that you could take a rest with the World card, because the hard work that you've put in, that other pentacle is coming for you to have the full 10 of Pentacles. Okay, now those of you with children, please don't, how do I put this, don't think that you have all the time in the world. Like you could say, oh, well, I'm going to spend time with them next year or 3 months from now. No, do it now. Okay, because I feel like there's someone's child here who's getting a bit impatient, and you're going to miss out on what is quote unquote the glory days. Yeah, Temperance card to the bottom here. There has to be a balance. Okay, I don't feel there's a balance there. Let's move on to health and communication. I'm going to get one for health with this deck, and then I'm going to get communication with that other deck, because that's a bit more detailed when it comes to truths and secrets. Why is health here? For Aquarius. And this doesn't only mean physical health. It could be mental health. Yeah. 10 of Wands. You're carrying a load here. You need to slow down, Aquarius. 8 of Wands and the Page of Cups. Now, 8 of Wands is communication too. You need to talk to someone. I feel with the Page of Cups here, I feel this is like your emotions, they're off balance. And as a result, it could, I mean, you could be getting some kind of communication from like a doctor or something like that too. But given that we're talking about this whole feminine energy, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the women are experiencing inconsistencies in their cycle. I do feel the 10 of Wands and King of Wands, you're much more in your masculine energy, which means that it's your masculine, it's the male type hormones that are being produced more in your body, causing an imbalance with the what is referred to as the feminine or the female hormones. Okay, so you might want to take a look at that for sure. I'm getting that energy heavily for some of you all. So either you need to talk it out with someone, tap into your emotions with the 8 of Wands and Page of Cups. As it's saying, tap into your emotions, speak about how you're feeling. Or you need to take a look at oof, Lovers wanted to show. You need to take a look at your hormones, maybe do some tests there. All right, let's talk about the secrets revealed in communication, please. What is this about? Oh, I'm going over the time. I'm trying to keep these videos to 20 minutes. Very quickly, please. Communications, the secrets revealed. What is this about? The Sun card. And in this deck, the Lovers are represented on the Sun. Eight of Wands again. So you have Eight of Wands twice. So communication is very important for you, as well as the Four of Pentacles. Now this could definitely have to do with a Leo person, because the Strength card is here and we have the Sun. Doesn't have to be. But I do feel that this has to do with money, like finances, because, or hiding of assets or hiding of opportunities. Okay, you're gonna get crystal clear cards on this. This could, if it's not a Leo person, this could be what you find out the full moon in Leo, which is on the 25th. So it's 5 days after. Okay, give me one more. Tell me what this Four of Pentacles is about. Yeah, it's definitely about money. Look at this. One person holding all their money and this one hiding money behind them. So I definitely feel it's in regards to finance. Let me see. In your finance house is Pisces, Saturn in Pisces. Oh my gosh, truth being unveiled. Whoa. All right, Aquarius. I hope that this helps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, be blessed.